Coming from behind to win 4-2 in the relegation 6 points in the Champions League, and Man City are now left in 25th place on 8 points, keeping some illustrious company, Dinamo Zagreb, Shakhtar Donetsk, Stuttgart as well, and they are in serious danger of going out now. And what a comeback from PSG, and there's one man that I've got to sit back and applaud, João Neves. What a sensational performance from him, just everywhere in that midfield, so good on the ball, so good off the ball as well, led that press for them and obviously scored the third goal, the winning goal for them. This man as well, Bradley Barcola, just inspired the comeback. That run for their first goal, for Ousmane Dembele's goal, who also had a brilliant impact off the bench, the most bipolar player in football, but he was brilliant, scored the goal as well after Doué hit the crossbar. But Man City going 2-0 up, Jack Grealish coming on, having an impact, getting an assist, scoring a goal as well. And just letting it crumble like that, it just tells you everything you need to know about City's season so far. Just no spine. I thought this was and continues to be their biggest problem so far this season. De Bruyne, Silva and Kovacic, there is nowhere near enough legs, and they could not deal with that PSG press, especially in that second half. I mean, Kovacic, I quite like Kovacic. I think he's a good player. Alone in that 6 role, he literally has no hope. He has no chance. He's got no help in there, and it exposes his weaknesses in his game. And PSG up to 22nd. I mean, their job is not done as well. They need to win next week because, I mean, I think if they win, they can still finish in like the top 8. It's ridiculous, this Champions League format. But City now, the highest they can finish is like 17th, 18th, which again is mental. They are going to have either a really, really tough round of 16 game, or they're just going to be out of the competition. So interesting.
No! We're fucking bottle jobs, bro. We're relegated from the Champions League, bro. How? 4-2 to Farmers. Every single one of you in that defense, get out my club. How many mistakes? How many times do we have to get penetrated for you to understand? All we had to do was hold on to a 2-0 lead, bro. Hold the ball. But you bunch of clowns couldn't even hold a fucking dog lead. Rodri, please, bro. I can't handle this. Come back, man. I'll give you both on my knees, man. Which one do you want? The left or the right? And you, João Neves. What the? I've watched you played so many times, and this is the game you choose to turn into prime Messi. You as well, Barcola, bro. What are they feeding you? This guy sliced, twisted, wrapped us up like a chicken kebab. We opened our legs more than Lily Phillips this game. 2-0 up, bro. We were 2-0 up. What the fuck happened? On my life, I blinked and it was 3-2. Then I blinked again and it was 4-2. Edison, I swear to God, start learning Arabic, buddy, because you couldn't save a Word document. And you know what's the worst thing about it? They didn't just beat us, bro. They could have scored 7 on our heads. Honestly, I can't believe it, bro. I don't know what happened. Maybe because it was raining, like it was slippery and that. But I don't know.
Now, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but why do I miss this guy at Barcelona? Like, low-key, why do I miss Ousmane Dembele at my club? Even after he did this to us in the Champions League quarter-final last season, laughing at us whilst knocking us out, I somewhat miss him. And stuff like this is exactly why. On his day, and I repeat, on his day, it's very rare when he is on his day, but on his day, if he wants to, he can be the best footballer in the world. Skills like this is what makes him so unique. He's in a 2v1 situation, him versus Gvardiol and Bernardo Silva. He just stands there with the ball, and within the blink of a second, he puts it through his legs, nutmegs him, and goes past there. And then from this position, you expect him to cut it back to Gonzalo Ramos, cross it into the far post to Bradley Barcola. Nah, he just takes a shot with all the power, and it just ricochets off the crossbar. This might sound crazy, especially looking at it right now, but when Messi left the club, he was my favourite footballer. The way he would move me off my seat, it was second to none. And now listen, before you guys get me wrong, this is not me saying I want Ousmane Dembele back at the club. I am more than happy with Yamal and Rafinha. In fact, I wouldn't change any of them for any winger in the world. And in hindsight, Dembele leaving the club was actually a good thing for us. Yamal emerged onto the scene. Rafinha took his responsibility levels to the next level. But as an enjoyer of the sport, when he's producing football like what he did today, you just have to enjoy it.
I have never seen a Pep Guardiola team kind of crumble like this. Pep Guardiola got out-Pep Guardiola'd. 2 ex-Barcelona managers face each other. Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola. PSG had 64% possession. City had 36. Ladies and gentlemen, PSG just Pep Guardiola'd Pep Guardiola in City.
Check on Pep. Check on Pep. We need to do a citizens check on Pep, please. Another choke from 2-0 up to 4-2. City is out the Champions League as it stands.
I repeat, City is out. They just lost elimination El Clasico. They just lost the elimination El Clasico. As it stands, City is going home. City is going home. First of all, Gundogan is bad luck, bro. That's the reason why we went trophyless. Y'all notice how the minute we got rid of Gundogan, we won a trophy? Gundogan is bad luck, bro. He has some bad karma everywhere, bro. You notice? Second of all, Rodri is not that fucking good. I don't want to hear it. Rodri is not good enough for City to lose every single game ever. He is not that good. No. I refuse to believe that, bro. I refuse to believe that shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? PSG, you survive. PSG will be going through to the next round. If they get a draw or a win the next round, PSG survive. And look, I don't know who City plays, but let's all pray on their downfall. I need everyone to come together. This generational hate watch on City next week. Oh my goodness. We need that.
I'm gonna be so real here. They are a fucking embarrassment. They're more of an embarrassment than us. They really thought they were back after a 6-0 win against Ipswich. And look what we have here. Another fucking bottle job. It's so beautiful. It actually really is. How many 2-goal leads have they bottled this season? Honestly, they're an embarrassment. As for PSG, wow, on the counter-attack, they are some fucking watch. And this result now means that Manchester City are out of the qualification zone of the Champions League. It's actually mesmerising. And mark my words, they will not make it to the knockout stages because Manchester City are finished. Manchester will forever be red.
Manchester City just bottled a 2-0 lead they had on PSG. And not only was PSG able to get those 2 goals back, they won the damn game. Friends, look at Kevin De Bruyne here. Look at his eyes. This is a kid on Christmas who just found out that Santa forgot his house. Here's Haaland thinking he's happy, but deep down in the depths of his soul, he knows his team's gonna lose. Look at Pep. This guy's about to blow a gasket. Think Pep's doing okay? It's about to get worse, because Manchester City in the group stages of the Champions League are in the elimination zone with 1 match remaining. By the way, look at Dembele when PSG was down 2-0. This guy's dialed in. Look at this timeline. I've never seen Pep so lost and so clueless as to what to do next. Even got a Jack Grealish goal from open play. They still bottled up the boots, City. Season's over.
Okay, let us unpack how Man City threw away a 2-0 lead to lose 4-2 against PSG in the Champions League. And I'm pretty sure we're in the elimination zone at the moment. I felt like in the first half, it was evenly matched to a certain degree, but I did feel like PSG did have the upper hand. And then coming into the second half, Pep made changes for the second half. Like, that's when you know, because that man doesn't make changes, okay? When Grealish came on, it did change the game. We got 2 goals, but then it was 2-2 within 7 minutes. That in itself was incredibly frustrating, and for a team like Man City with, I would say, a fragile confidence right now, this is not good, especially in the Champions League. There's so much at stake, so bottling a 2-0 lead was definitely awful. It was just really bad and incredibly frustrating because they couldn't get it back after that. Like, you could see the heads were down, and I mean, even I felt it as a fan, like the flashbacks from the 3-3 with Feyenoord, or the many times this season that we've ended up with results like this. It's incredibly disappointing. I will say props to PSG, and honestly, I'm not so surprised by the fact that we lost, and this is why. There has not really been any personnel change if you think about it. Yes, we've made signings and players are starting to come back from injury, but the core of the team is essentially the same, and it's been the same one that's been struggling all season. So for us to think that we would have maybe gotten a win out of this, I don't know if that's Delulu, because if you look at the names on paper, Man City should be doing better, but this season, it has just been one of those seasons apparently, and I obviously want to be optimistic moving forward. I don't want to sit here and point fingers and you were trash, like that's not the kind of energy I want to bring. This is disappointing. This is a massive knock for us. I really am looking forward to maybe having the new signings come in as we move forward. We have a very tough run of fixtures coming up, and we have to turn our attention back to the Premier League. We take on Chelsea this weekend, so let's just hope for the best. What did you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments.
Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. Oh, what? You're going to sign another 20 players, Manchester City, from being 2-0 up to losing 4-2 in the Champions League in the second half. In 35 minutes, you conceded 4 goals to Paris Saint-Germain, who have been struggling for a win. But I thought you're back because you scored 8 goals against your neighbour, Salford City. They really told me they're happy to be in the Champions League. All I'm going to say is if you draw or if you lose to Club Brugge in your next Champions League game at the Etihad, you are out. Manchester City need 2 points, which means obviously the basics. They need to win their next Champions League game, and that's their last Champions League game in order to qualify for the next stage. They ain't even going to come down to Europa League. Look at this, bro. They cannot even compete with Club Brugge. Club Brugge already above them. Nah, that's crazy. And the thing is, imagine Man City win. Paris Saint-Germain, Sporting, Stuttgart and Benfica all win their games. Yeah, long day for Man City.
We are absolutely cooked. We are finished. Genuinely, I don't even know what to say at this point. Losing 4-2 to PSG after being 2-0 up in a must-win game. Look at the table. We genuinely might not get through to the next stage of the Champions League. We have 1 game left and we are in the elimination zone, whatever it's called. We can't keep bottling games like this. Bottled a 3-0 lead against Feyenoord in the 90th minute. 2-0 lead against Brentford in the 90th minute. A 1-0 lead against United in the 90th minute. A 2-0 lead in 20 minutes against PSG. We have 1 more game where we are relying on other teams to lose just to get into the playoff thing in the Champions League. In the last 4 Champions League games, we've conceded 13 goals. I think we all know what the problem is here. It's all right. I still have faith. We've made good signings. After this next game, we're going to make it through. The treble is still on.
Pep, go. It's not looking good, broski. I mean, this season in general has been nothing short of an absolute disgrace, man. We know broski is going for a divorce, yeah? Everyone knows this, it's public, man. But, like, I hate to say it, but Pep is going outside. Pep is going outside. Now, it's Pep. So, do I feel like next season, can he bring the City that we've been seeing in the last few years? Possibly. You have to give a GOAT a chance. You understand? However, I don't know, man, the way things are going. If Man City somehow find a way to get eliminated, because there's 1 more game left, I don't know if they just have to win or they're relying on other results. I haven't looked into all of that. But the season Pep's having right now is one of the most disgraceful seasons for a manager like that, man. It's mad. It's sad. It's sad, but it is what it is, man. Obviously, we're still waiting to see what happens with the 115 charges. But yeah, Pep obviously signed an extra year. Haaland signed a death row contract, 10 years. But it's not really helped Man City right now, has it, man? Literally, this year has been absolutely horrific, man. And yeah, Man City might not even qualify for the Champions League next season. What would happen with that?
So just finished my first soccer game ever. It was PSG. It was Man City. And you can hear my voice is like completely gone. I think I'm a soccer fan now. This is the second soccer game I've ever seen. I saw one at Yankee Stadium. It was when Inter Miami came into town with Messi. Had to go see Messi. But this is my first ever like European Champions League soccer game. And I think I'm hooked. Like, crowd never stopped. It was 0-2, and then the PSG fans just kept going and going, and then it was 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2. There were 2 goals that got overturned. 1 goal that got overturned and then put back into place, which was insane. It was just a lot. Like, I don't even have the words. Of course, the whole, snapback experience thing is going to be on the YouTube eventually, but like right now, just in the moment, I think there's a new soccer pick, because that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Manchester City are cooked. They are finished. 4-2 after being 2-0 up. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. Boys, this is the best thing I've seen in a while. Manchester City in the Champions League this season. Box office. Don't forget when they got beaten badly by Sporting. Don't forget when they were up 3-0, threw it away. Boys, they the gift that keep on giving.
That Feyenoord, boy, I love Man City. Right now, they are looking like they're getting knocked out of the Champions League if they keep playing like this. I love and I think I deserve it. You were 2-0 up. Bro, this is why they're panic buying in January, bringing as many players as they can. Because they're finished. PSG, good stuff today, man. You've done everything you needed to do. Don't forget, being PSG is not for everyone. Arsenal did it. Why can't you guys do it?
So you're telling me that Jack Grealish has now scored one open play goal since December 2023. And that goal meant absolutely nothing today. 100 million Great British pounds to mean nothing. That goal meant absolutely nothing. You got Man City bottled it versus PSG. If that was Anthony, the whole world would know about it. But do you know why no one talks about it? Because it's little City. Nobody cares.
Through family issues. This is gone too far now. This is hilarious. This is a laughing stock. You're a joke. You're actually a joke. Hey yo, Man City got what? They were up. They were up 2-0 in the 53rd minute. Bottled it and conceded 4 goals to get slapped up in the Champions League. And going into the final game week, you now have Manchester City in 25th. What on earth is going on? Now, don't get me wrong. They could win their last game versus Club Brugge and still get in. But boy, that is an uphill battle for Manchester City. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. How on earth does Manchester City get themselves into this position? Forget about stay humble, forget about all of that. Where's Erling Haaland? Where is Phil Foden? Where is Kevin De Bruyne? Where are all the players that Man City have that are good? How are you letting PSG slap you 4-2 from a 2-goal lead? Nah, Pep is finished, mate. Pep is finished. Forget about him going.
PSG versus Man City. That second half was out of this world. City literally bottled a 2-0 lead. I literally went for a quick shower, came back, it was 2-2. What a comeback from PSG, by the way. City are now 25th in the Champions League phase. They must win their remaining game to even have a chance of getting this round of 16, so they might be in the round of 16 playoffs. They're playing Club Brugge next, so they need to win that. Club Brugge, they'll bounce, they'll sort of go over them if they beat them, because Club Brugge are a couple of points ahead of City. They're on 11 points, City on 8. City are on 8 points. It could have been more goals as well. Dembele was unlucky not to score. He was on fire tonight, by the way. He was absolutely class. He hit the crossbar. He also did get a goal, but it was offside. And then PSG get a goal right at the end. It was disallowed for offside, but then after a long VAR check, it was allowed. Look, that's why it's 4-2. So will Man City get through to the round of 16 of the Champions League? I don't know. It's looking very unlikely at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Manchester City are cooked. They are finished. 4-2 after being 2-0 up. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. Boys, this is the best thing I've seen in a while. Manchester City in the Champions League this season. Box office. Don't forget when they got beaten badly by Sporting. Don't forget when they were up 3-0, threw it away. Boys, they're the gift that keep on giving. That Feyenoord, boy, I love Man City. Right now, they are looking like they're getting knocked out of the Champions League if they keep playing like this. I love and I think I deserve it. You were 2-0 up. Bro, this is why they're panic buying in January, bringing as many players as they can. Because they're finished. PSG, good stuff today, man. You've done everything you needed to do. Don't forget, being PSG is not for everyone. Arsenal did it. Why can't you guys do it?
Now, it was just yesterday we saw the best performance by a midfielder in the Champions League this season, Pedri versus Benfica. And now today we saw the second best performance by a midfielder in the Champions League against Manchester City, João Neves. What a player. This kid was literally doing every single thing on the pitch. And when I mean everything, I genuinely mean everything. From defending, playing out the back, passing, dribbling, scoring. He was doing everything. I mean, isn't it quite ironic that the shortest man on the pitch is the one to score with his head? The winning goal as well. And now from the screenshot, it may look like an easy header, but trust me, it's not. João Neves had to get it right, and he did for his team. PSG only spent 60 million euros on this guy. In today's transfer market, that's an absolute robbery. Now, I'll be real, I haven't watched much of PSG this season, but every single PSG fan I have seen, they're all talking good about João Neves, talking about him being the signing of the season. Honestly, what a player this guy is. He is undoubtedly one of the best midfielders in the world, especially after that performance.